I'm on Islay. Double ferry crossing this morning to get me here from Arran. It's a very different landscape. It's kind of flattish, kind of high, something that looks a bit like a mountain bog but isn't as bog. It's a bog across the middle of it. I'm currently cycling to Bowmore. Distilleries seem to be the main attraction on the island. There's not that much else listed, and I'm going to get in here out of the way of a truck that's coming up behind me. And they have these single track roads with absolutely ginormous trucks every now and again, so I have to watch that when I'm doing the video. So I think this will be my first wild camp. There's not that many options here. Tourism seems to be very heavily based around Japanese whiskey tourism, and it's very expensive. So, but I have a nice location set up. I'm going to pull in here again because there's two trucks trying to squeeze by each other on the road ahead. Ooh, that's tight. My first ferry leaving Lochranza on Arran in the morning. 8:15 crossing and plenty of space on it this time, which is always great. Arran, of course, offering me some final stunning views back from the ferry. Really worth visiting, highly recommend it. But as soon as I got off that ferry, I then had a 10-kilometre cycle across the peninsula to get to the next ferry, and quite a tight time shift, but I made it in time, so it was grand. And then it was up, literally taking the high road across to Bowmore. And this segment is the descent from the high road into Bowmore itself, which brings you out at the church. You'll see a view of that once I get down here. The high road is meant to be the quieter of the two roads that go. The other one is called the low road, by the way, or A and B designations. But as you saw, I did run into quite a few trucks, but the view is great all the way down to the harbour. And that's the distillery, which Bowmore is probably its main business, I guess, there, alongside the fishing and, of course, the inevitable bike shot against the harbour. This next one's fun, though, because I took this shot of the street, and then I went to a pub and had a glass of cider, and on the wall they had this shot of the same street from quite a long time previously. Dinner this evening was out of the local takeaway. So I got a severe weather alert on my phone just after I'd eaten at Bowmore, which is the white town you can see across the bay in the distance last night, as I was cycling out, and I had planned to camp on a beach that's about another 10 kilometres up the road from here, Machir Bay, but it was promising. The weather alert was for thunderstorms with the possibility of 3 to 5 centimetres of rain. And there was grey clouds over there at that point in time, so I decided it was probably the smarter thing to pull in here when I saw that campervan down there and set up tent for the night. But as you can probably tell, the rain and all that cataclysm never actually emerged. But it was grand, actually. It was a good place to camp, and woke up to birdsong and sheep. And I had a swim around dawn, and now I'll cycle on up to where I was heading anyway. There's a standing stone up there in particular I'd like to have a look at, and then hopefully in the afternoon I'll be taking the ferry crossing to Jura.